Jaguars fans, welcome back into the fan cave. We've got Week 12 upon us. We're just putting that San Francisco game behind us. This season, in all reality, has just been kind of a massive roller coaster. We had the super high off season, plummeted down after the Houston game. That Cincinnati game was bringing us right back up. Trevor was looking like he was going to be the man, going to have that Justin Herbert rookie season, and then the wheels flew off in the Seattle game. They came back for the Buffalo game, and then they basically just, they kind of looked like they were churning a little bit at the Indianapolis game, and then they flew right back off on the entire offense for the San Francisco game. So we're putting that behind us, but we've got Week 12. We got a very bad Atlanta Falcons defense coming in, so hopefully Darrell Bevell schemes up a lot of things to be able to attack this weak Falcons defense as a whole in all reality. Speaking of Darrell Bevell, he said that he didn't get Dan Arnold involved as much as he should have last weekend, and that's very apparent because the man had 0 targets. So what will the play calling look like this week going up against the Falcons? You have wide receivers that can't catch. You have a tight end that we traded for halfway through the season, he was the best receiving threat we have. We have somebody coming off the practice squad, and Jadon Mickens coming over from Tampa Bay's practice squad. Will he get some playing time? I don't know. He's kind of just a give him the ball, slap him on the butt, and say run that way. So will he be able to fill into that Agnew role? I don't know, but that's my biggest red flag for this entire offense, and it's probably going to remain that way, is how well is Darrell Bevell going to call this game. Obviously, Trevor's missed a couple of passes for his wide receivers whenever they have been schemed open, but as a whole, the play calling's been atrocious, and it hasn't helped. Now it doesn't help that James Robinson is still has the lingering heel. Jamal Agnew's out, who's your fastest wide receiver by far, and you just have like confusion, and you have we still have 2 offensive linemen out. Jawan Taylor might as well be a third. He's been a bum. I mean, what has Jawan Taylor done this year? But how big of an impact will two big players in the run game, or at least I think will be big players in the run game on Sunday? Jadon Mickens coming over from Tampa Bay. He was part of the 2017 season in Jacksonville. I believe he played a portion of 2018 and then goes down to Tampa Bay, wins himself a Super Bowl with Tom Brady, and now finds himself on Tampa's practice squad with that loaded wide receiver room they have. He gets picked up by Jacksonville this week after the Agnew injury. How big of an impact will he have on this Falcons team? I believe it was I saw somebody on Twitter, I forget who it is. They mentioned the fact that this team can be absolutely exploited by sweeps, quick screens to the outside, and just attacking them with speed on the outside, handing the ball off, and then using the speed to get to the sidelines. You can really attack this Falcons defense in that manner. So how well will Jadon Mickens play in that? I'm hoping they get him involved, 5-6 touches on Sunday. James Robinson, like I said, still has the nagging heel injury from Seattle. And this offense is a completely different offense when James Robinson is involved. You talk about what happened in Seattle after he went out. The wheels were struggling to turn in Seattle. They flew off into another planet whenever James Robinson left that game. And so he's going to be facing a Falcons front 7 and defense as a whole that's still allowing 4.2 yards per carry. He is averaging, even after his poor game of 20, I believe he had 29 yards against San Francisco, he's still averaging over 5 yards a carry at 5.1. So hopefully this Jaguars team can really open some holes for James Robinson. I know Andrew Norwell is one of the best run-blocking guards in the league right now. Tyler Shatley, Ben Barch have been playing very well. Jawan Taylor, whatever, and then Cam Robinson still looking to play well. He did have the injury scare last week. That knee should be rested up and good to go. I believe he's a full participant in practice as of today on Wednesday. So that's a good sign. And now we have this Jaguars receiving core. Their receiving core, and also for Trevor in all reality. The Falcons secondary is allowing one of the highest completion percentages in the National Football League. They're averaging just about they're allowing just about 70% completion from opposing quarterbacks. Obviously, they've played very good quarterbacks this year, but that still doesn't say for a quarterback like Trevor Lawrence that is having trouble getting a higher completion percentage, this is a great game for him this Jaguars offense to do just that and improve his completion percentage. The only real big threat they have in that secondary for Atlanta is A.J. Terrell, a second-year player, taken in the first round. He was the second corner taken after C.J. Henderson. Whoop. That really worked out well for us. But they're allowing 20 touchdowns on the year thus far, and so as long as they can pretty much stay away from A.J. Terrell, who's been having an incredible year. He's, in my opinion, one of the best corners this year. He hasn't allowed over 30 yards. So he'll probably be shadowing Marvin Jones. So then that opens up whoever you want to throw out there. Can LaVisca have some sort of an impact? I don't even know who else is on this team. What other dude are they going to throw out there? Are they going to throw Treadwell out there? Are they going to throw Tavon Austin out there? Will those players have an increased impact? Because when you look at that depth chart, A.J. Terrell, and that's it. So hopefully they'll be able to attack the other spots on the field, and Trevor Lawrence will be able to have a quality statistical day and as well as a actual gameplay day. This offensive line, they shouldn't have any problem containing this Falcons front seven. The Falcons are 28th in the league with pass rush win rate, 35%. And a person that Jaguar fans are all too familiar with, he is Mr. Baby Mama Fight Club, Mr. Dante Fowler Jr. He leads this Falcons team with 2.5 sacks this year. That tells you about all you need to know about this Falcons team. He leads them with 2.5 sacks. As well as the year of Josh Allen we think he's having. He only has 5.5. I believe what the league lead right now is 13.5 with Myles Garrett. So 2.5, it's in the toilet. This Falcons team has no semblance of pass rush. Grady Jarrett's a quality defensive line player in the middle, but honestly, Deion Jones, okay, you're gonna get a little bit out of him. Dante Fowler, you're gonna get probably a couple quality rushes out of him, maybe. And speaking of bad lines for the Falcons, the Falcons' offensive line has allowed 20 sacks to this point so far. If Josh Allen goes up against their right tackle, McGrady, he is not good. You want to talk? We are spoiled. He makes Jawan Taylor look like Tony Baselli. Or Leon Searcy, rather, since he's on the right side. McGrady is not good at all. He is miserable. I've seen play after play after play. I know Micah Parsons abused him in their game against the Cowboys. So I'm very excited to see what Josh Allen can do, what Kayvon Chason can do, what Dwan Smoot can do, Jahad Ward. They should just be sending people at that right side of this Falcons offensive line because it is by far the weakest point of a bad offensive line as a whole. Christian Barmore last week on the I believe it was the Monday night game, or no, excuse me, it was the Thursday night game, right? Thursday, Monday. I forget which one. But they shut them out. That Patriots defense shut them out. And, Christian Barmore, the first round pick out of Alabama for the Patriots, had a great day against the interior of that offensive line. So maybe we can see, a little bit of Taven Watch picking back up. He took a break last week. That's what we're going to call it. He took a break. Taven Watch is going to pick right back up. In week 12, he played great. Week 10, week 11, week 9, week 10. He took the break in week 11. Okay, you really tired himself out giving a world's performance. He's going to pick it back up in week 12. Taven Bryan's going to be back against a poor interior of the offensive line. Now, that brings me to the biggest threat this Falcons team has on both offense and defense. That is their tight end, their fourth overall selection in the 2021 NFL Draft, Kyle Pitts, tight end out of Florida. He is the next great tight end in this National Football League. People heralded T.J. Hawkinson a couple years ago as that. No, Kyle Pitts is already proving that he can be that. If they had a couple of other receiving threats around him, you would be seeing Kyle Pitts dominating through the middle of the field and in the red zone because he is a monster. The Jaguars need to treat Kyle Pitts as a wide receiver. If Shaq Griffin can clear concussion protocol in time to play against the Falcons, he needs to be the one to cover Kyle Pitts. He is their best receiver, and you put your best corner on the best receiver. I don't care where he's lining up on the field. I don't really want Rudy Ford having to cover the best tight end they've probably seen to this point. George Kittle is one of the best all-around tight ends. Kyle Pitts is a better pass-catching tight end than George Kittle is. So I want Griffin on him. And then Taji Sharp and Zacchaeus, I believe that's how you say it, the two outside wide receivers for the Falcons, they don't scare me at all. I have full confidence in Tyson Campbell and Rudy Ford to be able to handle those two. As a whole, I'm not expecting a whole lot out of this Falcons receiving core, this Falcons offense. Cordell Patterson, that's the biggest threat that they have. And it just, when that's all you have, that's all you have. Jimmy Garoppolo is better than Matt Ryan right now. They're both playing poorly, but I would definitely take Garoppolo over Ryan. Mike Davis offers nothing. And then you put up Kittle, Pitts, equal, I would say, as a whole, as well as offensive use. And then you have Ayuk, and then some. So Ayuk is equal to Taji Sharp. I'm taking Ayuk over that. And then that really just leaves you with Cordero Patterson. So I'm not too concerned with that as a whole. But if they want to have success, this Jaguar defense wants to have success, that is who they need to stop, Kyle Pitts. And if Cordero Patterson gets going, adjust fire. But they definitely need to keep Kyle Pitts under wraps. Now, it brings me to my favorite part of these last couple weeks, the special teams. Yay, special teams. Because goodness gracious, we have Logan Cook, who doesn't know when he's supposed to be on the field. He's standing there holding his helmet. Andrew Wingard is frantically waving his arms in the air, trying to get him onto the field. End up having to, I believe, burn a timeout there, waste that timeout. Matthew Wright, hey, cool. He kicked 2 kicks last week. He kicked an extra point and a field goal. And so it's the first week he's been 100% in Jacksonville to this point. Still very low kicking percentage thus far. And then will Jadon Mickens be filling in for the injured Jamal Agnew in the return game? I fully expect him to. Everything that Agnew can do, Mickens does as well. They're both just small, quick, fast dudes that can do a lot with a little bit of separation. So it's that time of the video. I'm going to give my prediction. 2-8. What are we? 2-8, 2-9. We're going up against a 4-win Falcon team that has no Calvin Ridley, struggling running attack. Kyle Pitts is their only receiver. The Jaguars can't catch a damn thing. They couldn't catch a cold if they tried. And James Robinson's hurt. I'm going to say the Jaguars score a touchdown this week. I'm going to say they score a meaningful touchdown. They actually have a quality drive in the beginning of the game. And then after that, the wheels kind of start to fall off. For whatever reason, this team starts well sometimes and then just completely forgets how to play football. I'm expecting that to be one of those games. I'm going to go 13-6. Jaguars, Matthew Wright's probably going to miss a field goal. I'm going to say he's probably going to miss one. Probably going to make some stupid 40-yard field goal to end the half or anything like that. But Falcons don't get a touchdown. They get 2 field goals. And I'm going to say that the Jaguars get a touchdown and make 2 miss 1 field goals. So Jaguars are going to go on to 3? They're going to be a 3-win team. They will have now tripled their win percentage. And I'm excited for this game. I'll be doing a game day vlog, so be sure. If you're at the stadium and you see me, hey, holler at me. I'd love to get you on the vlog, get your face out there. I'd love to meet you guys. I love interacting with the Fan Cave community. So if you see me at the game, if you're going to be at the game, drop a comment down below what section you're going to be in. I'll try to swing by, get you on the vlog. But with that being said, I have 13-6 Jaguars dub with, hey, we're going to be a 3-win team on Sunday. So with that being said, stay safe and go Jaguars.